it works with what we're talking about because that was kind of her, a side business that we were doing. She found a love of making handmade jewelry, custom jewelry pieces, and people
Oh,
love them. Um,
okay.
for our baby shower for Alejandro, she created some jewelry. This is how she started. She created some jewelry
Okay.
to give away as gifts at the baby shower, and everybody loved them so much that she started getting into it, and she learned different styles, the wire wrapping, the she makes rosaries, all
Oh,
types of stuff. So she went to a show in Richmond to get some, just to browse and find new pieces and things like that to incorporate into her jewelry. But
That's
we
nice.
would set up shop and she's probably sold. I mean, we've only done maybe 5 or 6 events, but she's probably sold $1,000 worth of jewelry.
how does
Oh
she
wow.
sell?
And
How does she sell? Does she have the Etsy store or something?
she
Does
has
she
an
have the
Etsy.
store?
Yes,
Okay.
she has an Etsy. It's called the Embellished Unicorn,
Hmm.
and she has lots of pieces on there, and on her Instagram also the Embellished
She's on
Unicorn.
active on Facebook. Is she active on Facebook?
No, she has a Facebook also. Yes,
I
yes,
think I
yes.
said, I don't know. There was someone. I follow. I'm in a few Etsy groups also. That's I
Mhm.
think I've noticed someone with and unicorn in it. So I'm not so sure the same. It may be the
Oh,
same person, maybe not. Yeah.
it,
That's how
it
they
could
promote it. They promote it in groups and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well,
So there are
that's the
many
thing.
people. Yeah.
Once the baby was born, that kind of took a lot of time. So,
Yeah. That's
we've both been kind of just enjoying these years with him
yeah.
because, once
How
he
old
gets
is
to a
he?
certain age, that's it. They want to be with their friends and all of that. So that's when we're getting into that stage now. So that's kind of why we're doing the why I'm part of the podcast, why she's back doing the jewelry
Okay.
because now we have this time on our hands, more time on our hands, and to get things moving. She has her
Yeah.
business. I used to be in a band. We
Oh,
played up and down the U.S. and now we're doing this. So it's fun.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
As
meeting
long
so
as you
people
do
who
something you love,
help
you
us
do
get
Yep.
something
out
you love.
there.
yes.
What's that?
You should do something you like. That's the main thing. That's what I
Absolutely.
love writing. I enjoy writing. I've been always passionate about writing, and that's
Nice.
actually just fueled me to move ahead in my online journey. And whatever you should
Nice.
enjoy it, whatever you do. That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have my wife contact you, and you guys can talk about all the writing stuff.
Sure, sure, sure.
Absolutely.
I'm
Writing is
glad.
a passion. There someone who's passionate about writing will actually relate very well. Some
Oh
of them,
wow.
some people feel it's a burden. Many things a burden. I don't think it's a burden. I write the whole day. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind it.
Really. I
If she
mean,
could, she would do the same thing.
guys, her
Yeah,
her email is what, passionate writer.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
really?
Yeah,
yeah.
she's very passionate about her writing. She
Is
is.
it okay if I get your email and then I can give it to my wife and you guys
Yeah,
can
sure.
talk?
Yeah, I'll give it to you because there's a
Okay.
passionate writer without a W because I couldn't get a one with W. So it's passionate writer, PASSIONATERITER.
Mhm. If anything, Dave,
Gmail.com.
I can send you the email that I have.
Yeah,
Okay.
later on you can
Perfect.
later on.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
Thank
So
you.
I'm glad everybody got a chance to actually meet
Yeah,
and
get to
talk.
know each
And
other,
yes, definitely. So
get more comfortable.
we definitely want to welcome you to the show. This is Passive Gains for Life, where we focus on the 4 levels of success. That's a mindset, skill set, tool set, and asset. And this is our skill set series where we're going to be interviewing Mradula Shet, and she is going to be explaining to us her skill set and what she does to, work her online magic, basically. So, we went over I sent you the questions and everything. Like I said
Yeah.
before, these guys actually got the questions kind of late. So, what I'll start off. We'll do this. I'll take 1. Steve, you 2. Dave, you're 3. And then we'll go from there. We'll just keep going all the way till we get to 10. So we'll start back over. I'll be on 4. Got it?
Yeah.
And then any other questions that arise or any other questions that lead to other questions, I'm sure. But we're gonna make sure we keep this at a 45-minute mark. I'm gonna set my timer here, so that way we can stay on task, because unlike
Yeah.
our
They
past
can go
shows.
knocking.
Yeah, because you actually have people you need to call back.
I can go on knocking sometimes.
Well, no, not that. But you have customers. You have like
Yeah, that
clients that
I've
are
got work also. Yeah, I've got
exactly.
actually there was a call. I was waiting for a call. She didn't end up. She'll be calling. I think after once the call is over. I think another
Okay.
lady waiting.
So I'm gonna set a 20-minute block right here. So we know we go for 20 minutes. We're clear, and then from there we'll do another 20, and then we'll do a 5-minute part where we wrap up, and then that'll give us at least 15 more minutes for any extra stuff, and then that meets our hour. But if it hits 11:30 before any of this, we'll just make sure we wrap up in that 5-minute portion. Cool. All right. So with question number 1 that I have, and of course I lost the questions as soon as I got ready to ask you. So what skill do you have, or what do you do, so everybody else knows?
Okay, the first skill I had the most, and my strong skill is copywriting. I've always been writing, content writing and copywriting, and they are two entirely different concepts.
Mhm.
Content writing is where we actually write to inform a person about a certain product or a service, and then copywriting is where we make the reader take action, either to make a book a call or schedule a consultation or something like that. So it's a different. They're actually different. You have to write. It's a different method of writing for both of them, and people don't realize the difference. They think copywriting and content writing are quite the same. I took some time to transition from content to copywriting, because it's an entirely different process. You have to think differently. You got to when you write content, you have to look for information online. When you write copy, you should go for emotion. You got to think with our brain and our heart. How will the person react when they're reading the stuff and all that? So, and that takes time to. But once you get there, it's a wonderful feeling. Writing, copywriting, and content writing.
Yeah, because
And then in addition to that, because I've been writing all these years, I never used this content mills and all those sites. I never wrote for them because it never worked out. And it was too low paying. I write a freelancer, Fiverr. I could never get good jobs, and so I preferred to actually look for work organically. That's when I started developing my organic marketing skills. I didn't do any course actually, just through common sense, instinct, logic. I looked for places where I could get work, and then it just fell into place, everything one by one.
So let me ask you, I got a follow-up question to that. That's not on the list.
Yes.
So I have a book here called Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that book. So what book would you recommend for content writing?
Well, I'm telling you, Frank, I never wrote. I just wrote my passion.
Oh,
The
okay.
copywriting was the first book I read actually. I just used I've always written. I enjoyed writing since I was small in school and college and all that. I always used to think and read, and then I used to write my own words. I never used any book, nothing.
Wow.
I just learned through practice. I didn't do any course. Yeah,
Now
I
that's
didn't
how
do
you
any course.
develop that's how you develop a true skill.
For copyright,
Inner passion.
for copyright writing, what does that entail? Because I don't know anything about that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Guess what? Copywriting is more you have to. There's a as they call it. You have to actually grab the person's attention. You got an attention grabbing hook, and then you got to actually make them want to read the article. Whatever you copyright, this is used mainly in landing page. The landing pages you see. That's all copywriting. The landing pages of any product or services you see online. That is all. The content writing is more for websites. Usually used on websites. Copywriting is on the landing pages where you have to take action. They make you ask you to book a call, book a seat in a webinar, or schedule. Have a consultation call. That is all copywriting. You have to actually focus on what the transformation we create. That's the secret of copywriting. We don't talk about the features or the benefits, but what the product will give you, the benefits that it create to you. Like with the weight loss, you have to actually. We're talking about something in weight loss. You have to make the reader sort of picture how their life will be after when they lose weight. How they will feel. Yeah, after don't show them you can lose weight by doing this exercise or cutting down on your food. Instead, you got to show them how better life will be after you lose weight. There's no fear. The way you're more active, you can enjoy life. People like if you had a problem of getting a girlfriend and boyfriend, you can actually interact better with people. That's all those. We have to highlight the benefits, the transformation, not the benefits or the features. And then you got when you're grabbing their attention, we have to actually focus on the pain points they're going through. Like they're feeling dejected, lost because no one's paying attention to them. They have no friends and all that. So those are the pain points we have to highlight in copywriting, and that attracts them to read the page, whatever is there. Then from there, you got to slowly take them. You got to entice them. You got to make them even agitate the pain. We call it. Make it even worse. What they will, if they don't take action, what happen? That's what happens next in point. Then we got to show them transformation. Then we got to show them what solution we give them, how we can help them get their transformation. That's when they finally they feel like, okay, this product may help me, and then you book a call or you buy or whatever. That's a call to action. That's the main copywriting. Yeah.
See, I've never heard of that. To me, I deal with construction and physical products.
Okay.
Right? So to me, a copyright is a copyright. This is my idea. Nobody else can take it. That's my copyright.
That's different thing. That's copyright. That is different thing. Copyright. Everyone gets confused. Copyright and copywriting. Copyright is your patent. You just like sort of a patent. Patent. You're claiming it's yours. Copywriting is the art of writing. It's called copywriting. I don't know why there's the name is. Everyone gets confused because of that. Copywriting is.
And I can tell you this. She literally went by a textbook. That is textbook copywriting. That is like she studied this book. I can guarantee she.
I knew it beforehand. I knew it, but then he gave more clarity.
Oh yeah.
Because I was writing before him. Then he gave me more clarity.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Y'all are on the same page with that, because it's like when you figure out that you can hit pain points, like you be like, oh, that's what they be doing, because you'll sit there, you'll read something, you'll be like, looking to buy something, then next thing you know, it's telling you, hey, you do this, this won't work, this won't be a problem anymore. And you're like, yeah, it won't be a problem. And then you'll feel like this at the end of it. You're like, yeah, we'll feel like this. Click, buy, mine,
So do you have to review the product? Like, do they go over?
It's actually better if you do review. I mean, have the product, but sometimes it's like I don't actually write reviews of things I don't use. I don't recommend it because we use it and then write. So I don't write product reviews much unless I know if I used it something similar. Then maybe if you use something similar, you can actually get it's okay. Then maybe you can actually, and you have to read other people's reviews to get an idea of what's not. Like as a writer, I'm saying, I mean, what you can take and I look at other people's reviews, find out what the pros and cons of the product is, and write. But it's generally better to write it if you have actually owned it or used it, or have actually at least have an idea. Don't write something. You should never write something you don't know anything about. You have an idea, you can do some research, learn about it, and just confirm, because people are reading, they will be believing you. So, and I don't like writing stuff which is wrong, which people shouldn't mislead anyone. You should just at least have some at least, and shouldn't be anything. I mean, too risky. People shouldn't mislead them with the wrong information. As long as it's quite okay, that is no problem. If you know the product or service quite well.
Yeah, that makes sense, because if you believe in it, it's going to be easy for you to write it.
Yep,
that's true.
And you
can understand it better. You can create better copy that way because you know the product. You can think better, and a good copywriter will actually look for something which no one else knows. You should go deep into it and then look for a problem which no one. And that is what will. Those are the best-selling copies, best-selling products, because you hit that point which no one else has hit. And the people, there's always someone who relate with that point, and that is the most high in demand.
And you stand out too. So you stand out in the product review.
Yes, at the same time.
David, your camera froze. It looks like you just fell asleep in the middle. in the middle of the conversation. It's like your eyes are straight shut. While Dave,
I'll put a picture of me sleeping.
While Dave works on that, Steve, you want to go ahead with that second question there?
Sure. So, how did you begin writing copy and writing content?
I started about 15 years back, actually, long time back, because we had some financial problems. And then my brothers always told me, what do you need to write? Because I've always been good at writing. I didn't know about earning online, money online, and all that stuff. My brothers told me about it, and I started slowly. I checked it out, wrote a few articles for a local club and all. And everyone liked writing, actually. I wrote a few newsletters, and everyone liked it, so I started writing online then. And then I did start with one website called iWriter, and it was really bad, but it helped me build my portfolio. That's the benefit of writing in a content website and all of that. You get a portfolio, you can build a portfolio. And then I started checking out other websites, and I learned that you could find there are people looking out for jobs on like in Facebook, and then Google. Even Google, sometimes if you do a right search, you can find people over there. And then I used to apply, send and look for emails. There's a lot of work in that. You can also look for people emails, and then reach out to them, make a few suggestions what they can improve their content or copy. And that's how I did it in the beginning, actually. Then I got my gold mine actually in Facebook groups. That is the most lucrative for me. That's the best place I got one though. Yeah.
Facebook groups. So it's just people asking for copy regarding whatever it is that they're trying to either sell or have some content for.
Yeah, they need copy written. They have to join the right groups, and then there are a few groups that are not. I mean, wasn't worth joining, but there are other groups that are quite. I got a good lead from them. Got a few good leads from them, and then through referrals and all that, I got more work. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Dave, you're back, man. Yeah.
Hey, sorry.
Hey, go ahead and skip question number 3 because she got that one covered already. So
she got that one covered. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That was me. She skipped me.
Your question 4, dude.
Question 4 then, Dave.
Okay. What are some of the challenges you face when beginning?
Oh, I faced a lot of challenges because I'm in India. It was quite difficult. I mean, like the thing is, I was brought up in Singapore, so my English was much better over there. I was in a convent over there. So compared to other Indians, my English was much better. But then I couldn't write for Indian audience because they were not paying well. It wasn't so common. I mean, it wasn't so. There were not many people in India looking for work that time, needing content at that time, 15 years back. It was more of the US audience. So I had a bit of difficulty convincing people, US clients, that I could write well for them. And then being an Indian lady, ladies are even more, weren't that, especially in India, we were not given much, we were not motivated to write. We were actually not, I was finding it difficult to get work and all that. So I had to build myself, I had to prove myself. And then I got a few clients and they were quite helpful. And they gave me references, told their friends and all I could do a good job. And that's how I started getting more clients. I usually write for US, UK, even Australian clients, but not for Indian clients. I have very few Indian clients. And they don't understand my English. That's another problem. The way I write is quite different from the Indians, but the way they speak. Because of I learned in Singapore, so my English is quite different. So they don't actually. They think it's even in school I had a problem. In school, they used to give me the my marks. I used to get good marks in Singapore, but then when I came to India, I just badly pass in English, especially. And I used to fight with them because in India you have to by heart everything, memorize everything. You just memorize all the answers and write the same thing. I have not used it. I've always used my own words. Wow. As a writer, I've always written my own words. So yeah, it's quite difficult. Even convincing my teachers actually that I could write well.
That is
that's amazing. I was looking at your LinkedIn, and it's you are on point. That is your calling.
That is my calling. I was actually running around in circles. Actually, I found one mentor. He finally set me in the right direction, and I'm really happy about it. And I'm just enjoying the process now. I'm quite busy, but then it's very beautiful. It's a nice process. When you get your calling, it's a different feeling altogether.
You just know it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, you know what? You said something just there that really piqued my interest. You said you found a mentor. So, we're like each other's mentors right now, but it's almost like the blind leading the blind on certain things. So how would you say?
I never had. Huh? No, I never had a mentor all these years. I never invested in a mentor.
And when you
actually, I feel it's actually maybe my weak point. I should have invested a long time back, but I never found a right person. I was never someone I could believe in who could challenge. Channel my skills, my vision, and all that. This person I found just by chance. I actually joined his writing course. Even though I'm a writer, I just joined it for the exposure to see. I have no certification, so I wanted to get a certificate as a writer. That's the main reason I joined him, to see. Then I saw he's what I don't know, no words to compare him actually. He's an all rounder. He knows everything about everything.
That's awesome.
And he does micro niching.
So you highly suggest finding a mentor.
Yes, I do. I mean, if you want to scale fast,
yes,
you can do it on your own. I don't say no. It's not. You don't need to have a mentor. You can do it slow. Let it take a longer process.
Yes.
I sometimes regret now because if I had invested in a mentor earlier, I could have maybe scaled much earlier. But then at least at least I'm doing it now. So yeah. But then anyone else, then I do what I could recommend any new person in a new field to have a mentor. It's much easier and faster. Okay. You may have to pay, but then when you choose a mentor, always don't just blindly follow someone. Sure. There are many people who say they are coaches, but they don't know anything. They just claim they're coaches. Mm-hmm. They don't teach anything. I suggest you follow them, take a look at them, look at their results, how they communicate, how they post, and then if you feel they will give you results, then okay, you can consider meeting up and then maybe perhaps joining with them, having them coach you.
So how was the? You said you didn't really have any schooling. It was your passion, but you didn't go to like college, right?
No, I got married early, so I haven't even completed my degree actually. I got married in my first year of the 19 at the age of 19. So I don't have a degree either. But then my family is a family of engineers, so we're all quite. Maths was always my strong point. So being a person who's good in maths is usually I've got the brains, but I never used it. I used the brains in my writing actually most.
Yeah.
My dad was an engineer. My brothers are all engineers.
That's kind of all of us too. We're like engineers in a way. We design fire alarm systems.
Yeah.
Steve does sprinkler, right? Sprinkler design.
Yep.
So
we all worked together for 2 years doing fire alarms. Then I moved up to Virginia to do sprinkler systems. But yeah, we're all engineers.
Yeah.
That's how we became friends. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Together and just
something common bonding everyone. Some common
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just asking about the schooling because schooling is not my strong point, but when you have a passion in something, that shouldn't really deter you. It's something you love, and if you're good at it, I mean, it should just come natural.
You don't need even my son is entirely against degrees. You don't have to have a degree. I mean, you don't especially in the present world. Like maybe once upon a time, 10 years back, you needed a degree to get a job and all this stuff. But then nowadays, you can do. There's so many people without degrees doing so much more.
Yeah.
You just need to have the passion. You have to put in the work, be consistent, persistent, and never give up. That's always my motto for everyone. Just be persistent, consistent.
That's the thing I need to work on, is being consistent, because I'm consistently inconsistent.
And that's why you're inconsistent.
Consistency is very important. You have to, at least not every day at the shop. If not every day, at least 2 or 3 times a week. Something you have to put in the efforts. Otherwise, then you can't do anything. You need efforts.
We're doing it here, though.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Yeah, we're consistent.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, the mentor came later, but what helped you out the most when you first began?
In the sense, like I was an avid. I love reading. So I'm and one thing about me, people usually recommend niching down to a particular topic, writing about only one topic. But I could never do that. I could never write about one topic, only about one, and then going deep into that topic. I prefer writing about multiple topics. So I found it more challenging and more interesting. So because of that, I used to do a lot of reading. And I didn't just write for the sake of writing. I wanted to write for the benefit of my client, to make sure that he gets. I used to read and find out what like when I'm writing about plumber, I used to I knew an idea about plumbing about plumbing. I've never done plumbing, but I have a rough idea, so I could just read and I could understand. I used to even look at diagrams and all the images to find out what the pieces are, the different parts are, to understand the working and all, how it gets the leakages and all, how it may happen. If I only if I understood it, I would write it. Otherwise, I would never write. Only if I understood the process and all that. So that helped me a lot.
A lot of focus, and that takes a lot of intelligence. That takes a lot of intelligence, because they always say you can learn something, right? But do you really know it? Unless you can explain it to somebody else, that is like the true measure of, do you understand something? So that takes a lot of
it's only if you understand you can write properly. So I could never write, but I didn't understand it. So only if I understood the topic, understood the client's requirements, then only that's only when I would write about whatever they asked for. But I didn't understand. I used to go back and forth, keep them asking them, clarifying things. Even now, I don't just say yes. I have to keep asking questions. Even my most minute details, I ask them. Then I write it. Because I need to know everything. I need a picture in my mind. Then I can start writing. And you should understand everything. Only if you understand the process. Why? Even when you're writing, you should know who the target audience. What is the purpose of the writing? What do you want them to do? Do you want them to book a call? What is the reason for the writing? We should only we know that. Then you can write the proper. The content in copy is more useful. Ends up much better. Actually.
Right.
Yeah, it falls in place. Everything. We don't know what they need, or you don't know how it works. Then you can't write.
Right.
There are many people who do it just randomly. That's why writers are actually. Many people don't believe writers, because there are many writers who claim they're writers, but they don't know how to write. And I've seen many of them. There are maybe 50% or 60% of writers are like that. They just know how to write English, but they don't know how to write.
Right. Yeah. I see a lot of stuff on Facebook. Clickbait type articles that
they just copy and they.
Yeah, and it's not engaging. It feels like a computer wrote it.
Disingenuous.
There's so many tools nowadays. Everyone uses. I don't use a tool. Many have asked me to use my tool to improve productivity. But I've tried it, but then I don't. It doesn't give my feel. My voice doesn't come out, and I don't like it. You can maybe if just maybe sometimes I'm thinking of getting one for my own blog for my personal use, not for a client, because a client will be paying me. It's not right on my part to give below par quality work. I always give my best for the client, but then for myself, I may use AI too. But AI tools I don't recommend if you using it if you don't know how to write, because it's a machine. Whatever happens is a machine. A tool is a tool. It's programmed to write whatever is given. They don't know what they're writing, and some of them they give really hopeless. I've tried, and the results they give, is really hopeless.
Yeah. I've played with a few of those AI tools, and
I take more time trying to rectify the letters. I mean, just making the so before writing it.
You have to give it information. You literally have to tell it step by step. This is what I want to talk about. Here's the things I want to go over. And then when you're done with that, if you misfed it any kind of information that was incorrect, it's gonna be 100% incorrect.
It's like an entirely different idea different concept to answer actually. Then
definitely. All right, Steve, you want to take question 7, because she definitely explained how she worked on her skills.
Bring all types of stuff. What are some of the benefits or trade-offs of having an online business?
Oh, you can work at your own time. That's the main thing. I could manage my family. I have a mother-in-law. She's 89 years old. She's not that she's okay, but she's a bit weak. So looking after her, looking after my family, I could do it all because of online business. You can't do it in offline business. I think it's better for women, especially who my daughter. She's an engineer actually, but then she's also working from home. She has much more flexibility of that working from home. Having an online business is similar to working from home because you have your own time. You can work when you want. I work till late sometimes, to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. When I'm free, I'm more productive at night. So I'm more of a night owl because because I've been used to writing for US clients. So my time in India it'll be our night when it's their morning over there. So I've been used to it. Yeah, I'm much more productive at night actually. So online business that's our biggest benefit. Working at our own what do you call it? Convenience. But then there's nothing else. Everything else is the same as an offline business. You have to put in the money, investment, the skills. You need everything else. Only thing you don't have the cost. Beg your pardon?
Can you think of any drawbacks or anything that's a hindrance to working online?
Yeah, people take it for granted. Online business, they think you can earn money online, immediately, instant money. It's nothing like that. I don't know why everyone has a notion that working online means instant money. It's exactly the same as working offline. Only thing is this: you save time on traveling. You don't have the overhead cost of paying for rent and electricity bill or your staff. If you have staff, if you delegate your task, you have to pay them anyway also.
Right.
So people think the online world is a magical world when it's actually nothing. It's all the same. That's why I keep saying nothing. There's no difference in online world and offline. The only difference is the convenience. You can work at your own pace, at your own time, and wherever you want. Even in your own pajamas, like I say. You don't have to wear a uniform or even go traveling, waste an hour in commuting. Everything, that's the only benefit. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. There's no difference in online and offline business.
They think there's no stress, but there is, because what happened to us? The cameras weren't working, they're freezing, so there's still difficulties.
You got to put in the effort. Like if you don't, without effort, you won't get anything.
Exactly.
People think you just come in, you start like, especially for affiliate marketing. They just think affiliate marketing, you can earn thousands overnight. It's not at all possible. Those who show they're earning thousands because they started 2 or 4 years back.
Yeah.
They started at they started at a few, maybe 100 or 200. Now they've grown to thousands.
Yeah.
People the newcomers, they see only the thousands. They just see it, they think it's magic.
Yeah.
It's not like that. Yeah.
Unless you have an accident like me and actually make some money and then be like, how do I do this more?
Yeah, that's what. I call it fluke. It's a fluke, but it happened to me in the beginning also. I don't know how I got it.
Yeah.
That's what. Then you don't know what to do next after that. I mean, you should only know the process. You learn the process, then you get a steady flow of leads and a steady flow of income and anything, even for selling or as a freelancer. You need it. I don't even till now. I still keep looking up for work. I don't just. I have quite a few customers, but then it's like they ask me to write when they want me to write. So I keep looking up for newer job options. I'm always pitching, always applying for jobs and all that. So then it's an ongoing process. And I've never worked, even though you can work online on a full-time basis. I've never worked full-time. Because again, you don't have the freedom. We work in an online business. Yes, if you work full-time, you have to work according to the work hours. Which again, it doesn't give me the flexibility. I mean, it actually, there's no purpose of working online that way. Might as well go to an office. That's what I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Dave, go ahead and take question 9 because she completely answered question 8 without even us asking. Well, you know what? I'll just say what question 8 was. What are some of the realistic expectations of doing business online? I think she just covered that.
Yeah,
it's not magic.
So, question number 9: how important is social media to your business?
Oh, very important. And social media is actually, I call it fountain of leads. That's my logo now, fountain of prospects. Because if you know where to look, you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to spend for ads at all. You know the correct marketing strategies, how to optimize your profile, which groups, how to who you should connect with, who to send friend requests with, and then improve how do you grow your network, how to interact with people, comment marketing, inbound marketing, outbound. It's all through your content. Your content should make people come to you. If you know how to do it properly, people will come to you asking you for your services or your product. So your social media is very important. You should have a good profile, have it use the right pictures, photos, and have a right bio, introduction. All that Facebook is Facebook. I say we can. There's opportunity everywhere. Then there's different market. That's the beauty. We go to in Facebook. It's a certain like Pinterest is good for. Like I would recommend Pinterest for your wife for bead jewelry. Because Pinterest is where you find more women, and women, those are buyer women. There's a buyer traffic. So you should actually focus on Pinterest marketing for if you have like jewelry. Anything women are preferred. Then you have to have the pins and the balls and all that stuff. That is better for Pinterest. Then if you are more in the corporate world, LinkedIn is a very good place. Facebook is actually become you can find people for anything in Facebook now. There's so many groups. I think I'm in about 400 or 500 groups over the years. Because over the years I've been joining groups. Then because I was writing about different people, different things, so I had to join the groups to learn. I should join the groups and find out about their pain points and all that. So you learn a lot from the groups also. You just follow people. You see the right people, their posts and all that. You can also learn from them. And then social media is very important. Unless you only spend on ads, but again, like I told in the beginning, ads you have to spend the money, and then only we know the right copy, the right words. Then ads won't give you any leads automatically. Like instant leads. It's only we know how to write copy, which will actually make a person want to buy. Then it'll be worth it. Otherwise, no. You should know your target audience also.
When I was in the music industry, we used a lot of Facebook's marketing tools, and it's quite a lot of tools. It's a very powerful suite of tools, but you would have to pay for the reach to your fans. So we would operate a band's page, and you would have however many thousand people that like your page, which was hard enough to do to get 1,000 people to hit like on your band page. But then Facebook would throttle your reach to your own fans. So if you would post something, you would get 3-4 likes, unless it was something that the algorithm determined was very viral or whatever, and then you would get more exposure to the same fans unless you paid for it. So then they would charge you $5-10 to reach 30 people, 100 people, or whatever it was, but you would get to target your demographic. So in our case, it was mostly, this is heavy metal, this is hard rock and roll. So it was mostly males, younger, below the age of 35, 22 to 35, and you could choose your demographic. You could choose over 35 to 55. But when you see your metrics, that's not who was into your music, and in my case, music, right? I imagine it's similar to for other people trying to sell products or whatever. They have there's access to these suites. But if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to read these tea leaves, so to speak, if you don't know how to read these things and how to target your audience, I guess that's where you come in and really
that's what I'm saying. You should know all that. You should know who will want your product, who will be interested in it. Then it's okay if you spend on ads. Otherwise, you just end up burning. There are so many people end up spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars into ads, but they have no ROI. Maybe quite minimal when compared to whatever. It's okay when once you're those who actually experience will make it a lot. They have a lot of return. Like just one person, he's crossed 100,000 in ClickBank. Just he uses ads, and he's done it in a month, 100,000. Wow. He's been doing it the past 2 years. In the past 2 years, he's one of my friends. He was sending more of Groove. It's a page builder. He's been selling that since the past 2 years, and now he's reached 100,000 in a month. So it's a gradual process. So if people who see it now, okay, They say 100,000, but they don't know how he started 2 years back. I've seen him in the past 2 years. He was starting with hundreds and thousands, and he went on growing. He learned through trial and error. He used ads, and then you can try for ads when you have the money to burn. To try,
Right.
then it's okay using ads. But I think otherwise, before that, I recommend you doing everything organically. Like even the Facebook algorithm, you can actually trick the algorithm into liking your post and all that. There are some methods you can use. They depend on when you post your post, when you then who you have to interact with other people. It's a social media network. You have to interact also. You can't just expect people to come and interact with you if you don't interact. You have to also go visit everyone else's posts, interact with them, engage with their posts. Don't just say hi or very good, interesting. You have to write a few words. There's a lot of strategies to use. You use all of that. That's how you can actually get a very good exposure for all your posts and all that. And that yeah. And also, that's just getting likes is not enough. You should have the likes from the right people also.
Yeah.
Because we have the wrong and you have need the right people in the network. The wrong people, they will not. They will just keep on liking your post, but they won't. But they won't. You can't monetize your network then.
Yeah.
If you want to get some sales or something, you need to have the right people in your network. And that's what is organic. I've learned all that. That's the other skill I was talking about, organic marketing. You should know who to add and how to increase the network, and they have to do it legally. You can't just share links everywhere. You have to know how to share links because the Facebook will ban you if you share the links in the wrong places.
Right, and you become spam. Even if there wasn't. I'm old enough to remember. Before the algorithm was ever a thing, and when you see the same post just over and over and over again, you just say, "Forget that. I don't want anything to do with that." I did like your band.
Yeah. Well, definitely something Mradula said about her friend. It took him about 2 years and trial and error, but he made 100,000 in a month. Now, the beautiful thing about that is I don't think in 2 years any of us have ever made $100,000. But if and when that does happen, you now have the skill to be able to rinse and repeat that. Because if you could do it once, you could do it again and again and again and again. Steve doesn't seem too sure about it, but it's a skill.
I mean, sometimes you get lucky and you hit a strike, or sorry, you hit a home run. It depends. It's like Mradula said. You have to keep at it.
Yes. But that's
you gotta keep trying. You shouldn't give up. Everyone gives up. Many people give up. They just try it once, twice, they lose, and they give up. Now you shouldn't give up. There were so many times actually I felt demotivated. I thought of giving up, but then I said, "What's going to happen if I give up? What's going to happen? I'll never progress. I'll never know what's going to happen. I'll never move ahead. Giving up is not the solution. You have just keep on trying. It's only if you keep trying there's a chance of moving ahead. If you give up, you always be there. You'll never know.
You only know when you stop trying.
Yeah.
So
that's my motto. I keep on saying the same thing. You should never give up. In anything, not in anything in life. Life is not worth giving up. We just keep on trying.
Yeah.
You have to keep on trying.
That is true. Hey, Dave, go ahead and bring us with question number
10. What is the number one thing a beginner needs to know?
To work online?
Yes.
Yeah, like just starting out and
okay, don't give up. That's what I say. You should know not to give up.
She answers these questions before time. We shouldn't even be asking. We should just say, talk.
Don't give up. It's not easy. You can't expect anything overnight. You need to put in the time. You need to put in the effort. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You may be a freelancer looking for work as a graphic designer or a writer, or you may have an Etsy store or a Shopify store or Amazon, anything. And even if you're having your own coaching program, if you're selling an affiliate marketing program, everything and anything needs time, perseverance, and you are put in the good right work. And the thing is, you can learn. I would actually recommend if you can afford it, if you can do it, get a mentor. You save a lot. You can get results faster with a mentor. Otherwise, you can always use YouTube. You can look at YouTube. You get so many. But what YouTube teaches you, the icing of the cake. It doesn't teach you anything below it. You only know you end up running in circles where you end up. There are so many challenges. Also, free challenges. You can learn from the free challenges. There are so many people that give you 100. You can share it maybe $1, $5, $10 challenges and all that. You'll learn about the same thing. All the packages you teach the same thing. Whatever that is only enough to get starting. But to get results, you need to have a mentor. You need to have the right training, the right tips, right strategies. And that's a mentor knows, but he's gone through the same thing. That's why you should actually look at a person. what's he doing, how long has he been in the market, you see the results, then you get an idea of whether they will be able to help you or not. Because only a person who's actually got results, earned money online, you should only follow them. I turn to them for as a mentor. Otherwise, there's no point in having a mentor. There are so many, quite a few coaches nowadays who they are popping up by the day. Just every day you see a new coach coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they actually, some of them, don't have results. You just check the results, find out what they say. Those have results, then you should join them. And if you join them, you get results much quicker. That is definite.
Agreed.
That makes
Just make
sense.
sure yeah.
Agreed.
Because the person who has got results, they have done it through their own trial and error. They've also done the same mistakes. They will help you avoid the mistakes. That's the main thing. But that's why you should have a mentor. They will help you save time by avoiding the mistakes. So instead of making a mistake and learning again and wasting another 15 days, 1 month, they'll teach you the same thing within the 15 days. So it's better if you want to save time.
Yeah.
You have to choose between time or money. If you want to save on time, mentor is better. If you have the time to try it on your own, you can do it on your own. But then we have Otherwise, I would say a mentor is always better. Like you say, people are ready to pay thousands for the college education, but then they are not quite hesitant to pay for a coach. It's actually, a coach is like a college lecturers, and even if you join a degree, you need so many people need when I was promoting affiliate marketing program. The affiliate marketing program, it teaches you everything about affiliate marketing. Then everyone used to ask me, why do you need a mentor? You need a mentor because when you go to school, there are so many children who need tutors again. Even though the same textbook, you don't. Some kids can understand. They can actually learn on them by themselves. Some of them need a tutor, additional tutoring, extra classes. So that's where the mentor comes in. It's the same role as a mentor. Mentor will just come and show you. You can ask them questions. Then you can you get answers when you have any problems and all that. And then even I had a mentor earlier for my organic affiliate marketing also. I just used to ask him questions. I knew what I had to do, but then I wasn't sure if it's the right thing or not. So he used to tell me whether to do it or not, whether if it's right or wrong, what I'm thinking is right or wrong. So because of that, I could move faster. I was just when I look online for the answer. Sometimes you get the answer. They say it's the right thing. Sometimes some sites say it's the wrong thing. So don't know if it's right or wrong. So a mentor who's done it, who's got results, he'll know whether it's working or not, whether it's useful or not. So that's why a mentor is always better.
Oh, that's good. I've kind of had a lot of mentors growing up, especially in the field of my AutoCAD. I've been doing it now for 22 years.
Okay.
I went to school, got out after 6 months. I said, this isn't for me. Somehow I fell back into it. And I've had a lot of mentors. Like school and reading doesn't work, but I would ask somebody, hey, how do you do this? And then I would branch off from there. And I found out, like you said, all their mistakes. And then, that definitely works, a mentor.
Yeah. Yes, a mentor, it always helps. But then as long as you have the right person. Then I've seen there's quite a few people who've actually invested in the wrong people. I've also met people online, they've invested, spent thousands, but they don't help them. They just give them video recordings and they don't teach them much. That's why you just have to do some background research. If possible, ask someone of their past clients, their past students, how good is that, how well they mentor you. Then you get a better idea to join the person.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I recommend. Yeah. Getting some testimonials, reviews from other people, then you get a better choice. You better work for your money also.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And
because in school, I never did anything engineering related or anything like that. I was always into music and all that.
Okay.
But I ended up getting into engineering and AutoCAD through my dad. He suggested this program. He said it's only $600. This guy's a certified teacher, this and that. And I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. When I went to his school, it was his garage. And he had 5 computers in his garage, and there were 4 other students there with me. But he had good reviews, and he came very highly recommended. And he was a certified Florida teacher. And I went through the program, and this was when I was 19, 20 years old, and I've been doing it for 19 years, doing the same thing, working on the same program, and just doing different fields. Like I worked 7 years in architecture, I did 10 years in audiovisual, I did 2 years in fire alarm, and now I'm doing 2 years. I've been working 2 years now in fire sprinklers. But it goes to what you said. He wasn't my mentor per se, but he was a good teacher.
Yeah,
and somebody who taught me in and out what AutoCAD could do.
And he saved you more than enough money from spending all that in college just to learn some learn some things. Because trust me, I work with an individual now that paid for the college
university.
Yeah, paid for the university to get the certificate for AutoCAD and doesn't understand the same amount that I would know, that I learned from Dave, that I learned from this guy here. It's like you will go further with somebody who has already been there, because when you go and pay at a school, you're paying for somebody that's instructed the textbook wise, but the person
that's
who's
no practical knowledge.
Exactly. The practical knowledge is what shortcuts your time from beginner to being successful at it, because you're actually doing the thing. You're learning how to do the thing from the person who has already done the thing.
Right, done it. That's what it's called. Mentor. That's a mentor. That's a right mentor.
Yes, definitely. So, and to wrap up, the last question we're going to ask, which you already answered it already, is how do you help entrepreneurs with your skills?
The two most important skills are needed actually to start our copywriting and prospect finding, organic marketing, using it, because you need to know where your clients are, where your students are, where your clients and your customers. That's what I can teach them. Writing the right copy, writing, and then knowing how to use their social media profiles, optimize your profile as a funnel so that you can capture leads and then get them to get interested in you, nurture them. Email marketing. I'm also doing email marketing, so I can help in all those things, because emails and one more thing, anyone in the online world needs to have an email list. You should have an email list, because you never know when the social media networks just block you or you get suspended and all that stuff. It happens quite often these days. They ban you and all that. So it's always safe to have an email list, so you can get back and start again. If you have an email list, you can always start from scratch. There's no that's a very big, that's the biggest asset you have in your hand, because social media, all the networks is not your property. Your email list is your property.
Yes.
So that's one more thing I recommend on anyone who's entering the new online world. Build an email list by offering lead magnets and having a group collecting the emails. Then it'll be a very helpful thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's why I started talking about what I can offer. That's why I started my coaching services, prospect finding coaching services, where I teach people how to use writing as to to attract people to you towards your writing, and also to find out your own target, your leads and your prospects and your clients, customers, using social media profiles like Facebook groups also. Then it's much easier, I always say, you build relationships, build connections over there. You meet nice people. Like in Roger here, I've met him through Facebook on that. I would never have met him otherwise.
Yes.
So you get to meet and build connections. I'm in India, he's in America. I would never have met him without Facebook. So that's why I say social media network is very good. You get to meet quite a few. Build connections. That's the main thing.
Yes.
And you never know when that connection leads to an opportunity.
Definitely.
And never focus on the sale end product. Always focus on building a relationship. Don't focus on money. Because most people enter the online world, they think, they're focusing on selling something, selling their skills or selling their product, and then they get dejected, because that's why they lose hope actually. You shouldn't focus on selling. You just focus on meeting people. Like I say, even in the real world, you can't just get a job just like that, just by appearing in a building or any club or anything. You get to meet people. You should make connections there, build and make friends over. Then they wire they recommend you, tell you and give a referral and all. That's how you get. The same thing applies in online world. It's exactly the same, online and offline world. Only thing is you don't see people online. In the offline world, you meet people physically.
Yeah.
Online world, everything is online. You just have to meet people, keep on interacting, build your network. And one mistake I made when I was starting out, because I didn't actually build a network when I was in the beginning of my career. That's the biggest mistake. I created an alternative Facebook account about 2 years back, and since then my growth has been phenomenal. So anyone else, you have to network, and the network can only be done organically. You have to network, build your friends, that's the only way you can grow and scale. Build connect, and you can. That's the only way you meet people across the world. Otherwise, you'll be limiting yourself only to your friends and whoever you know nearby. Once you network, you can never know who you. I've got friends from all over the world now.
Yeah.
That's super
And
cool.
I get confused with timing every time. So I don't know what time is there and what time is here. I have to keep asking them.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Australia is ahead of us. Australia is ahead of us. America is behind of us.
Yeah.
So I always get confused. New Zealand and all. There's all different timings. But it's beautiful. It's nice meeting people,
Yeah.
talking, learning about their stuff, their cooking, their food. I mean, that's why you should don't just think of the sale. Get to know each other. Talk about your hobbies, your family, your cooking, your food.
Yeah. Be more personalized.
Yeah, more personalized.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Sell, buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
Like even
connectivity.
if you had a friend who just come to you every day, so you want to buy this, you want to buy that, you will anyone will get irritated, even your own friend. Anyone, even offline one, not the online world. Even offline, where you have someone who just repeatedly called you, keep on calling you. You automatically you just block the phone call. You won't answer the phone call. The same thing happens online.
Yeah, basically. And man, I got to tell you, she is so right about that. It wasn't until I started my alternate profile that she even find me, because then I started joining all these groups. I was just like on a mission, join. And then next thing you know, people was, sending me friend requests and things of that nature. Mradula was one of the first people to actually reach out and not be like, hey, you want to eat this? You want to buy this? You want to, it was just more or less like, hey, how are you? This is what I'm doing. Just want to get to know you. Bye. And it was nice, So after a while, we began talking, and she is here now, gracing us with all her knowledge.
You're cooking that day, I think something.
Yes.
You cook something special.
Yeah, we had made some pad thai that day, I think. Yeah.
My wife loves that.
Yeah. Well, Mradula, we've had such a good time with you today. I know it's after 11:32 right about now, so I know that's 11:30 p.m. for you over there.
It's 10 years. Yeah. That's okay. Like I told you, I'm a night owl. The night is still young for me. I got some work also now.
Yeah. Okay. So we want to let you go and free you up so you can go and get one of your other clients. And guys, any last questions for Mradula before we say goodbye?
You got my wife as a client soon.
You just send me a message here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we thank you. We appreciate you. And I look forward to speaking with you really soon. And
sure.
Thank you for gracing us with your knowledge today.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me also. It was nice connecting with all of you.
Appreciate you so much, Mradula.
Are you all on Facebook? We can actually connect on Facebook then, actually, on LinkedIn.
I have Facebook.
David,
I gotta get a Facebook.
David will eventually get a Facebook. Yes,
I'm going to.
You should get it, actually.
Yeah,
so,
I told. Yeah, Steve just surprised me because I had no idea he understood. Remember what I told you before? They probably will not know most of the terms, but Steve is like, analytics, this, that, this. I'm like, I didn't know you knew that, Steve. You've been hiding from me.
I lost this hair for a reason.
So yes, we will be doing more. We will be getting more active with social media because it's very important. It's lifeblood to whatever you got going on. So it's definitely going to bring the audience in. It's definitely going to bring the buying customers as well as just the people who are interested. And like you said, it's not all about the purchasing. It's not all about the converting, but it's also about the connecting. And that's definitely one of the core values of what we're trying to do here at Passive Gains for Life is to connect others to do the thing that we're trying to do. And that is just simply share the 4 pillars of success so people can grow out of this old economy and go into the new economy with better understanding of how to get things done. So with that, we appreciate you, Mradula. We're gonna we gotta have a meeting with these guys up here. So you feel free to sign off and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.